Welcome back. What a wonderful weekend it has been again. Isn't that right, Daryl Leon? Great weekend, isn't it?
It's not been bad.
It's a pleasant weekend, yeah. Pleasant weekend, I'm not gonna lie.
I know it's a good one for Bevan, because Bevan doesn't put football first, which I commend him for. So I'm sure it's been a good weekend for you as well.
What? Man said he don't put football first, you know.
He doesn't.
It was a great weekend, minus between 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock on Saturday. I had a good weekend, man.
When you say James, when you say he doesn't put football first, you mean his team doesn't put first?
Hey, shots fired. Pew, pew.
Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
No, he puts family first, as you should do. Family first.
Stan and his son don't put football first. I don't even know if they put American football first. You know what I mean?
Well, our chairman don't put Beyonce first, mate. Beyonce and Rolling Stones.
And NFL.
No, that's only once a year, bro. Beyonce's even got more features.
Twice a year, Leon. Twice a year, bro. Twice a year.
But we'll move on anyway. For those who are watching for the first time, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, and also hit the notification button so you will know when we're on next. So,
got a question though. Why's the man that's normally the loudest the most quietest today?
Listen, I've got an apology to make to the viewers and the people that follow us here, because I had to leave abruptly last week. I didn't like the way I was being treated in this group of people that I would call family and friends. And the notice that I handed to King J before Christmas, still stands in June. If you don't change your attitude, fella, I'm out the door. All right.
He's only gonna get worse though, bro. Come on, man.
Hold on. Wait, bro. Are you blaming James for your team's results?
When did you become his PA?
Wait.
When did you become his PA?
I'm not his PA. I'm asking a question. That's a valid question to ask, isn't it? Are you blaming him for your team's results?
It's a very valid question. Thanks.
I'm sure you was introducing the group or something.
No, I was about to ask you how your football weekend went.
My football, you know what? I done some riffing. It wasn't too bad actually. A pretty decent game. Didn't catch much football this weekend, thank goodness. Nah, that's a lie. I saw my team. I was quite impressed with the comeback, but that's about it, really. That is it, man. Honestly. Oh yeah. Anyway.
Okay. Let's move on to the match predictions from last week. So, as we normally do, start with Lamont. Lamont said Everton would win 2-0, and we were almost there.
I was half right.
But
I feel like I've done that 2 or 3 weeks in a row, though. I've got the result right up until a certain point, and then it just goes the opposite way. and it's always to the detriment of United at the minute.
Well, this time was in your favour. You said 2-0 you were going to lose. It was in your favour this time.
Yeah. True that.
Bevan had a very confident 3-0 smashing football-wise of what do you call it? Who did you play again?
West Ham.
Yeah, that was before I thought my team realised that my team going to turn out idiots. That's what you get in it.
Yeah, bro.
Well, the streak's over, Bevan. The streak's over.
Yeah, man. It needed to be. It needed to be. Makes things. I could just forget about football for the rest of the season now.
You're still in the title race, though. You're second in it. You're still in the title race.
I'll talk predictions, but okay.
So Leon said 2-1 Spurs, and he was happy to be wrong. Daryl said 2-0 Spurs. I'm sure he's also happy to be wrong. I said, actually, I've written that wrong. I initially said 2-2. I should have stuck with it. I then said that Liverpool beat Aston Villa 2-1. So I was wrong on that one. And then I said that today Liverpool would draw with Man City. So I was wrong with that. So I guess I still got the 4 points I thought we were going to get. Just not in the right order.
You did.
So yeah. Happy with that. So we move on to... I was going to start with Man City.
Got the scores correct this week, though, right?
No.
Just the result. As in,
just the result.
Win and loss. Yeah.
Yeah. That was close. I should have stuck to my guns. But I was going to start Man City Liverpool, but I remembered we played Aston Villa. So a quick talk on Aston Villa Liverpool game. How did you guys see the game? Those of you who were able to watch it.
Decent match.
Yeah, it was a good game actually. To be honest with
Decent
you.
match, man. Definitely a good match for the neutrals, I would say. That Rodgers, is Rodgers, isn't it? In their centre mid, yeah. I really think like he's coming to his own this season. To be honest, I think I've said it a few times on the pod. He really looks strong. I don't know what United's done to his what he's done to his confidence, but he's flying this season.
They played him centrally.
Yeah,
when he first got there, he was playing left wing, innit?
Yeah, playing in the wing.
Yeah. So yeah, man, he's loving it out there, and I see he's so strong when he's in full flight. He's so strong. But I see just throwing off some of your centre mids, but yeah, man. Yeah, it was a good game to watch. Rashford's coming into his own, getting a bit of confidence there. But yeah.
Yeah, I missed watching. I saw a bit of the first half, but I listened to the rest of it on the radio, so I wasn't able to have a full gauge. But listening to it, it sounded like we were unlucky not to win. Obviously, Nunes is open goal miss.
It's not even just that. After you got the equaliser, you were the better team, and you could only see one team winning at that point. But before that, probably against the run of play when Villa got into the game, hit the lead, they looked very confident. But you lot rallied back to get the equaliser, and you looked like you could have won it. And yeah, Nunes, don't know.
And Jota.
Don't know what's wrong with
we cussed Nunes, but Jota's miss was horrible as well. And that was 1-1 in the first half.
So yeah, you could have got the 3 points, but to be fair, like you said, you reversed it, got the 3 points against City in the draw against Villa, so it made no difference really in terms of what you was thinking. But
yeah,
it was a good weekend in the end.
A battling point at Villa Park isn't necessarily a bad result.
No, it's not. It's not. At this stage, don't lose games, innit?
No, yeah, and I think that I was watching some of the old Premier League years, and really and truly, like, there's not many times where teams have been like gone defeated, like gone this far into the season without losing games and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Like you'd have there's times when teams have lost at the top of the league has lost like 5 games or something like that. Now it's like because of what City have done, the precedent they've set. If you don't win every single game, then it's like it's a crisis, and it's not necessarily a draw away from home ain't necessarily that bad, to be honest.
So
but for you, for the rest of us,
not so much. Maybe for Liverpool. yeah, for Liverpool, it's not that bad.
So then we moved on to this week end, and I'll be honest, I was looking and thinking we're going to be down to 5 points by the time we play Man City. And with us having a draw, it's going to be 6 points. So at the beginning of the weekend, I was like, man, this is going to be tougher. Then obviously, we'll talk about the Arsenal result after. Then today, we win. And it wasn't even a case where we went there and we played scintillating football to beat them. We literally said to them, you're not going to score today. And I'm not used to Liverpool doing that, to be honest. I'm not used to going to another team and saying, okay, cool, we're going to be resilient, we're going to be dogged, and we're going to outscore you, but we're going to keep it tight. And Slot got it right, I'll be honest. He's got this thing at the moment that he started talking about recently where he says that in big games, set pieces are the key, and you have to leave the big game balanced or on the positive. And he was annoyed in Aston Villa game because we left that game with a negative balance. We conceded from a set piece and didn't score one. So today, out of nowhere, similar to Bournemouth's one actually, it was quite similar to Bournemouth corner kick against Arsenal actually, where near post, someone flicks it round, Salah gets a shot off, probably not going to score until the deflection, so we got a bit lucky there. But intuitive play, really good play. Then where it's back against the wall, because before we scored that goal, we were under pressure.
That whole goal was lucky based on what Salah was saying in the interview after. Yeah, saying that that's not where the ball should have been, but it got there, and then it got the deflection, went in. But yeah, it's different, isn't it? It's a different type of corner. They've
Yeah,
obviously worked on it and stuff like that, and yeah, to pull it off against City, especially the way that they've been lately, is a good goal regardless.
Yeah,
yeah, man. Go on.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. It just seems to be that Salah seems to be in the right place every flipping game at the minute. Do you get what I'm saying? I know he said it wasn't, maybe the ball weren't meant to be there, but he was.
Yeah,
Do you get what I mean? No, do you get what I'm saying? Like
he knew what was going on.
yeah, exactly. He seems to be the only one awake in the moments. But I would say, yeah, just obviously I don't watch Liverpool intently like that. But in this game, I think this is like the first time I've sat and watched Liverpool being starved of the ball, but making the most of it when they get it. Does that make sense? Like it's weird because Man City are normally very probing, which they were, to be fair, more so in the latter stages. But they're normally very probing, and you know your keeper is going to be under fire. Your keeper was not under fire.
Nah, do you know what?
They were just going left.
Liverpool looked very comfortable. They was happy for City to have the ball, and they looked comfortable, and they knew that they'll get the chance on the counter or the breakaway, because which they do so effectively, and they'll get the chance and they'll score, and they're overconfident with it. The only time where you could say, like, even in the first half, is when obviously Doku was giving Trent nightmares, but other than that,
He
it was
finished
like
him.
it was easy for Liverpool.
Yeah.
They just soaked it up, and it was like, yeah, you can have the ball, you're not gonna get through, and you
I
could
think the
see even
plan.
at the end the celebrations from Van Dijk
Yeah.
and Canate. They knew, and Allison as well. They knew they came to lock up shop today, and nothing
DJ,
weren't gonna happen.
when you looked at the game plan though, when you looked at what Liverpool were doing, they were literally just soaking up the pressure and just ready to counter. That was their game plan from minute one. We're just going to soak it up, let them have the ball. They're going to press, and they're going to leave gaps, and we'll just exploit them. Or at the very least, we will make them work. So they have to work as hard back as they are going forward. And, they're going to get found wanting. I mean, there was a couple of times that, towards the latter stages of the second half, I saw Salah going in. I'm thinking, right, he might get fouled here.
Salah, yeah. Yeah. What's interesting though, I think when you get the win, the narrative changes, because I'll give Arsenal credit. Arsenal did something similar early in the season, and they got criticism for it because obviously, I think John Stones equalised. John Stones equalised, ends in the draw, and Arsenal went into with the game plan, and they were like, "Okay, you're not going to score, and we're going to win the game." So both of us have tried it this season. Arsenal were unlucky, obviously, because they were down to 10 men at the time, but it works. If it works, why not try it? So,
but I think it is different. I don't think you can compare the two in the way that you defended against City in comparison to how Arsenal defended against City. It wasn't the same. Like there were times where Arsenal had the chance to attack and they just literally kicked the ball downfield and just said, "We're just going to do this again, attack against defense." Whereas when you guys won the ball back, you tried to counter attack and ended up creating chances from it. Whereas it didn't feel like Arsenal were doing that. They were literally just almost inviting the pressure or inviting Man City to keep the ball. And because literally most of the game was spent literally on the edge of Arsenal's 18-yard box, I think that's where the criticism came from.
Okay, fair enough.
But, it goes to show that you don't need to have all of the ball to win a game of football. To be honest with you, if you're clinical in attack, then you don't need it.
Mm-hmm.
You're resolute enough in defence, and I think that like how City have been this season, you can get at them defensively, and you've got enough in attack to deal with them really, and that's what happened, isn't it?
Because that's the lowest. 34% is the lowest possession we've had since they started the records, and we've won the game.
Yeah,
we've never won a game that low percentage.
I don't even have to watch Liverpool to know that, bruv. I could tell because I just think like this ain't normal. You man are normally controlling the thing, and I'm thinking, rah, this is very kind of unorthodox, but it worked out. And like Leon said, they weren't just clearing the ball, mate. They were picking passes when they were lashing it upfield. They were lashing it to Szoboszlai, to Salah. You know what I mean? To them, man, knowing that they can hold up the ball in that. So, but James, you need to put some respect on Szoboszlai's name because in the beginning of the year, the season, yeah, right, Leon.
No, let's get this right. Beginning of the season. Yeah, go on.
I'm saying, yeah, don't get me wrong. You weren't completely rubbing him out, yeah, pause, but you were not very convinced about him. You were like, I don't.
No. This is what I said. At the beginning of the season, I had his back completely. I said, I don't know why people complain. Szoboszlai has two parts of his game. His defensive work and his overall game is fantastic, but he needs more goals and assists. That was my only issue with Szoboszlai. Was that not fair? Now he's adding goals and assists, then he's a completely different player. I had no issue with how Szoboszlai should be one of the first names on our team sheet because of what he offers to the team.
The thing is,
if you're going to play his number 10, he goals and assists, and he's not bringing that. So that's even better.
I'm just saying, not everyone's going to give blind faith to their players like you do to United.
I was about to say that.
He's talking to you, Lamont.
He's talking to Lamont, yeah?
No,
yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, he's talking to you, bro.
Not me, mate.
What do you mean, not you? Xerxes, greatest player in the world.
Not me, mate. I'm a genuine guy.
No.
Maserati, the greatest.
He's still in the Maserati, bro. He's in the Maserati. Getting an overhaul.
Onana, the best goalie, the goalie of the season.
He was at the beginning of the season, but he had the most clean sheets.
It's not about United. Sorry, I'm distracted. Yeah. I'm just saying.
I think what's changed though for Szoboszlai is the performance of Gravenberch this season. He's allowed him to be more of a 10, especially lately. And today, you couldn't even tell who was the 10 out of Jones and Szoboszlai. They were just moving mad, the two of them today.
Yeah, so, we played that 4-2-2-2 formation. Which I'll be honest, at the beginning of the game I was like, this didn't work against Aston Villa by all accounts. So why are we trying it again? Like Jota is there, Gakpo is there, Diaz is there, Nunes is there, Chiesa is there. Put a left winger on the pitch. But who am I to criticize Slot after?
No, but you had Diaz today.
Yeah, no, but as in...
He didn't work with Jota because he didn't want to stay in wide areas, whereas
Diaz...
I
wanted Jota to go up top, and I wanted Diaz to play left wing. That's what I wanted. I wanted Jota to start and Diaz to go left wing. I didn't want Jones to play left wing, but obviously he changed it to the 4-2-2-2 business.
It makes sense because obviously we know City like to dominate the ball in midfield and you didn't want to get outnumbered there. So I think playing with Diaz instead of Jota, I think that made a huge difference because against Villa, it did not work, especially in the first half. So yeah, I think today it wasn't that obviously the tactics were good, but it was the fact that Diaz was in there. He's more likely to stay on the wing than Jota is. So,
and he works hard. He did a lot of tracking back to help Robertson.
Yeah.
Even Salah. I give Salah credit today. I've never seen him track back so much.
Neither. I was surprised because I've said that he gets a free ride at times from the defensive side of things because he's been so good going forward. But today he was on it.
He was definitely working back today, boy. He definitely had an objective today to be part of that.
He said he wants that title
today. Yeah.
He's trying to leave on a high.
Boy, hopefully not, bro. Hopefully not. Hopefully he's passing on to the youngsters, like he says. But that's enough Liverpool for today. Hopefully, one more game, one more win, and then I can hopefully on camera say we're going to win the league.
Oh, you're not just going to say it off camera now and say it with your chest. You're on the camera, you'll be a bit more humble.
One more week. Let's see what happens. Newcastle, Liverpool, or Liverpool, Newcastle, and Nottingham Forest, Arsenal.
I don't know if I actually want to see that, James.
You're a piece of work.
I don't know if I want to see that, James. I don't know if I want to see this James that's going to be...
It's hurting my feelings, bro.
I don't know if I can see James for the next 2 months like that, grinning and smiling.
I've got this in preparation. I took it, you know.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to see that. I might do what Lamont did last week and just be on mute and black out my screen.
No. It's your turn now. It is your turn now. So we'll move over to Bevan. Arsenal. What happened, bro?
This West Ham set up very well to play against us and beat us, and we had no attacking impetus. It was just very, very slow. I think it's not just that game this season. There's plenty of games we play like that this season, and it was easy for West Ham to play against us. Really, 20 shots on goal, 2 on target. I think as much as we've been second top goal scorers of the league, everyone said it's been our problem scoring goals, and that's before Havertz got injured, and that's before Saka's got injured. I think throughout most of the season, it's been disjointed how we played football, and it was glimpses in that game yesterday as well. There were times when West Ham had the ball and they played through us very easily at times. And before Bowen scored, he should have put one away before he did. And I've never seen Wan-Bissaka play like that in attack in the last 5 years. He left United when he couldn't. He had no attacking impetus. Has gone to West Ham and has become an attacking fullback. Is it good balling for Bowen? And they've got a guy that can finish, and we don't. And I think that it was always going to be this result was going to happen at some point. I know that last week we rolled our luck and we got the Marino got the goal, but it's going to be too easy to play against with certain teams, and there's going to be other teams that we're going to have to play when you know that it's going to be food and drink. Like we're going to have Forest when we play them next week. If they're going to, Forest could do the same thing, sit back and get us on the counter attack. They got 2 centre backs like to defend, and balls like that, playing like that, it's going to be food and drink for them. But it's just, it's been that game was a result of tactically Arteta has tried to play the same way no matter who's in the team. So he's playing that same way with lesser opposition, and there is no. Said it before. There's I don't know where the match winner is, where the guy that's going to make the difference. It's just way too slow, way too easy for them. When they didn't have the ball, they just set back, had the 5 across the back, the 3 in midfield, and then when they were ready to break, they broke. It's a combination of it's a combination at this moment of the season of bad decisions off the field and on the field. Trying to work with what we've got, and to be honest with you, we're lucky that City have had a drop off, and for us to be where we are in second. I know that we hadn't lost in 15 games, but nobody on here could tell me that you'd look at that team and think, how have they not lost? How have they only lost 3 games this season? I know that defense is good, but you put too much pressure on the defense if you can't score goals and put teams away. There was plenty of games in the season where we might have scored, whereas last season we were winning from those being in front. This season we've dropped points and conceded points. And as soon as Skelly went off, I was like, that's it, man. Game's over. I don't see us scoring a goal. I know that Ben White had a chance, another day that goes in, but just didn't happen. And I think that like it seems that the way that what happened in January, where we had injuries, we knew we needed a striker, and I weren't convinced that we was going to get one. And it's a lot of saying the right stuff, but it kind of reminds me of Wenger. When we're looking for the right player, we're making moves, and then we don't do it. And it's been like that for the last 2 seasons, where there's a player that we needed to sign, and we haven't signed it. We need a striker for 3 seasons. We haven't done it. And you think, if you want to win the league, you go out and do what City did when they were under pressure, and then they've gone out and spent money to go get players in. We didn't do that, so you're always going to be on the back foot. So it don't matter. Like Salah could get injured walking his dog next week, but are we going to then turn around and start? Are we going to win the next 12 games on the bounce? I doubt it. I doubt it very much.
Yeah, Bev, you touched on quite a few things there, and you saying about like the Wenger scenario.
Yeah,
and you're obviously saying that the tail end of Wenger's career was a little bit, not to like the Arsenal fans' liking. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that what he's doing it's a similar kind of thing to what Wenger's saying. He's saying stuff to the fans. Oh, we're trying to sign players, but it's got to be the right players. It's hard to get players in January, but they're not pushing the button. And I don't know how much of it is Arteta or whatever else, but he knows the players he got. He knows if those players are injured or not.
Were you guys actually in for anybody in January, though, striker-wise?
I don't think so. I think a lot of it was smoke and mirrors, like that foolish... That, as I said, that Ollie Watkins bid is the same foolishness that we did when we
With
tried
Sanchez.
to bid Suarez.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, so it's foolishness, and it's only gonna come back to bite you. We put in a result. We get a result last week against Leicester, but Leicester are rubbish.
Yeah.
So, and then you're gonna play. You say, "Oh, we're gonna have to use what we're gonna have to do." I think he said it before. We're gonna have to find the results from within.
To be honest, I think where you guys were so dominant from set pieces and getting so many goals before Christmas, just from that phase of play, it was almost like papering over the cracks. So I felt like they felt the pressure was relieved and they didn't really have to deep dive into the window. And they're probably wishful thinking, hoping that they didn't get any injuries as well. So I feel like, on those couple of accounts, Arteta and the man then was just like, you know what, we don't need to sign anybody. We'll just keep dominating. And then all of a sudden, you lot ain't scoring nothing from no set piece.
Yeah, but I've said it before. That set pieces are a part of the game. It's not the game.
Yeah.
And to say about injuries and stuff, you're hoping players get injured. Liverpool have been lucky this season with injuries, but look what happened last season when they got injuries. They fell off. Look what happened when Van Dijk got injured a couple of seasons ago. Didn't work out. So you can't rely on you're going to have this team. You're going to have an 11 or a 15, and that's it. What we signed in the summer wasn't enough. It was defensive, but it wasn't enough. We knew we needed a winger. We knew we needed cover, and you signed Raheem Sterling, who's not been on it. We knew we needed a striker, and we didn't sign one. And it's not geared this team up. They've not given this team enough to win the league. It's kind of like we're hoping and wishing and praying rather than saying, you know what, we really want to do this.
To be fair,
push the button.
I've been saying Arsenal not going to win the league from the beginning of the season. I'm just saying. I said it from like game 1 or 2.
You know what? You're right, because you said United were going to win the league this season.
Nah. We all knew that was a joke. But what I was saying about Arsenal was a joke. Yeah? That was a serious thing. Just so you know. Yeah? But I know you mentioned Skelly getting sent off, and obviously you knew you weren't going to win from that point. If I'm honest,
was it
I
red?
don't think you guys... Sorry?
Was it a red?
That's the question I was going to ask.
No, I'm asking.
We're not doing that, man. We know it's a red. We're not. I'm not.
No, you have to ask.
That's a genuine question.
Yeah,
because
I didn't watch the game live. So when I saw a clip of it, I saw the centre back on the cover, and I was like, "Can the centre back get back?" And it's only later on I was made aware that Raya was high up as well.
That was a shame.
He could have got lobbed.
Earlier in the season, when it happened at Bournemouth, the defender was closer than, I think it was Saliba on the far side. He was way closer.
Ben White. Apparently Ben White
Ben
was like Usain Bolt.
He was never going to get across. So, it's a red card. It's the only difference is that Michael Oliver wouldn't have needed VAR. He would have given a red card straight away.
I don't know what Skelly was thinking though. 2 red cards in a month, bruv, and
he's young, though, isn't it?
To chokeslam Kudus.
He's young. He's young.
Do you know
you panic. Sometimes you panic.
Let's have it right. We've seen Skelly do that a million times and get out of jail when he does a turn and he gets out and he spins out. This time he's just lost the ball, and then he's made a challenge, and I think he felt like he had to make it. And that's what happens, man. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes you don't. You win. You make the action works out. You play the ball out, and then you don't get sent off. He had to make a decision. Does he let him go, and then he's gonna try to lob the keeper from there, 2-0 down, or do you risk it? And he risked it, and it didn't work out.
There was a couple of moments I saw in this game that I've not seen from Arsenal, and it was almost like panic because Raya was moving like he was a 6. Like he was moving so high up the field. I was like, is it really necessary to be so committal when the game is so close? Because, to the point where I think you had a corner or a free kick. I'm not entirely sure. It's probably a corner. And you guys have lost the ball. And they've launched it out. And Raya is going sprinting, at the box. And he's looking at Ward-Prowse in his face as he's running past him. Full on violation, by the way, yeah? Gets the ball, does a chop, yeah? And then puts it down the wing. I was like, what is going on?
It's a double violation.
I flicked back. I was like, what's going on here? It's like Arteta.
No, but to be fair, that was the last kick of the game, innit? So he went up for the header. He went out for the header. So to be fair, I get that, and he recovered it as well. He did nice to recover it.
But that was probably the highlight out of all the times that he was high up the pitch. But I still feel like he was quite high up for a team that's got quite a lot of pace going forward. You know, in Kudus and Bowen. So I don't know, man. I just feel like Arteta's not got many ideas other than the one that he's currently kind of been working since, you know, beginning of the season, really.
I agree. Yeah, there are no ideas. There's no other way to play football. And I don't think we got the personnel either to do it. So like, we are where we are because of decisions that have been made. And the personnel and whatever's going on with the coaching is I'm just going to play this one way of football and not change it, and teams are going to figure it out. Teams are going to watch how teams play. They're going to find out how to play against a certain type of team, and if if a team sees it's working, then other teams are going to copy it, and that's it. You got to adapt. You got to move on. If you don't adapt, then you die, and that's what's happened. He got found out and had a bad game, man. There we go.
Okay.
Hopefully, we don't have to do no guard of honor at Anfield, man. I won't watch that game. If we got, I won't watch that game.
Just watch it after kickoff, innit?
No. I won't watch any of it. I will not watch any of it.
Don't give James that, bro. Because look at him.
I'm not going to see him watch it.
Shut up, man.
I'm not going to see it. It's all right, man. It's all right.
Yeah, that's what you'd be praying for now. Watch it. You'd be like, yep, I want to guard that on at Old Trafford or flipping Highbury or something.
No, we've already smashed me at Old Trafford, so we won't get that.
Yeah, that's true.
So anyway, we move on to Tottenham's game, getting revenge on the Tractor Boys. I'll let you two decide who's going to go first.
Go on, Leo.
But that was a surprise. I knew Daryl was going to say go on, Leon. He does that every week.
There ain't no change here, boy.
No, that's because Leon's quiet, brother. You know, he's over there just humble over there.
Sipping his tea.
So, yeah. He's on the
It's just nice not for Tottenham to be just dead in the thing, because the season has been pretty diabolical, to be honest. But a good win. I don't think the scoreline was a fair reflection of the game.
Definitely not.
It's typical Tottenham. When we win, sometimes we have these little goal gluts, and we were doing that at the beginning of the season before all the injuries. But we've finally got some players back, and you're seeing the results of the fact that a lot of the players who have either had to play a lot of games, they've now had a bit of time to rest and recuperate, and you're seeing the difference. Still look very very hollow in the midfield. I thought Bergvall played really, really well. Bentancur had a good game, but when we don't have the ball, that's always the problem with Tottenham. And you saw how easy it was for Ipswich to get into our final third. It seems to be quite easy for most teams to get to our final third, and that's probably why most of our keepers have had to work so hard this season. But all in all, it was a much better performance. The way we played was at a tempo which was kind of more like Ange ball. But yeah, getting on the score sheet, we need to score goals, and Brennan's come back, 2 tap-ins. I'm sure Darryl will be well pleased. But no,
bro,
we have to.
He went back to his dad's home ground and disrespected them, bro. It's all good, man. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, no, it was 3 points that we needed, man. We need to win as many games as possible until the end of the season, because we need to at least set ourselves up for next season if Ange is gonna have any hope of remaining in his post, and for the rest of the players who haven't been available to be in a position where they feel like we can actually do something next season. We still got Europe, so we have to just, we have to end the season kind of like how Chelsea and Crystal Palace did last season, and go on like a 9 or 10 game unbeaten run. Over to you, D.
Well, for me, the start of the game was a bit of a worry. Ipswich came out flying. And to be honest with you, if they had got the first goal, it could have been completely different. Once we did get the goal and then got the second, we was kind of cruising, but as we always do, make it harder for ourselves. Ipswich got back into the game, had a couple of chances, but then obviously we kind of showed a bit of maturity that we haven't shown much this season by seeing the game out, getting further goals, staying ahead, and even at the end, watching us keep the ball and hold on to the ball at the end, and not do this constant attacking and just say, look, the game's done, just play it out, was good. The substitutions he made as well were sensible. Like Leon said, I think Burwell is improving and getting better and better every single game. Maddison made a difference when he came up. I was surprised that he didn't actually start.
Saving him for Man City,
I guess possibly. And Jed once again, solid performance. Got his goal, might be slightly deflected, but again, probably one of the best players on the pitch once again, and he's doing his thing. It's interesting to see Andrew's comments about not giving them an easy ride. That sounds like someone that basically chatting rubbish to me, and obviously didn't have faith in the player, and now Jed's come along and showed himself of the ability what he could do. I don't think Ange can try and take any credit for that at the end of the day. Saying about things about, it's the penny drops sometimes and this and the other. Jed's always been a quality player from my opinion. I think the Conte stuff originally was obviously an impact to him, but he kept his head down and he's performing in the way that I expected when I was saying free him, and I'm glad that he started over Porro, so that was a good look.
How long is left in his contract? Liverpool might be looking for another right back.
Bro, Jed extended his contract this season.
He signed a new contract this season, James.
He extended his contract, bro.
Could have poached him. Conor Bradley and Jed Spence would have been a good little double act, boy.
James, this doesn't sound like Lamont. It's not about you, bro. It's not about Liverpool.
Right? Sorry, bad.
Sit back, bro.
Do you think Son had one of his best games of the season so far?
Yeah, a decent performance. He got gassed at the end, though. He was obviously knackered at the end and got brought off rightfully so. But yeah, he had a better game. He was attacking his fullback. I don't know. It's Ipswich, isn't it? So maybe he had less respect. I don't know, but
yeah, when Son's confident against the fullback, he's. I guess you could say that for most attacking players. If they feel like they've got the better of the fullback, they're gonna try different things. They're gonna be more confident and look to beat a man. But it's when we come up against, I guess, better caliber players. That's where I think Son gets found out at the moment, just because age is kind of hitting him now. He's had a lot of miles on the clock. Even this season, he's would have been one of the players that have been fit and has been available. So I think he's also down.
We've been overusing him though. He's been playing so many minutes. For someone that's getting older and you need to manage his time, we've had to rely on him far too much. Personally,
agreed.
That's obviously due to the injuries.
Yeah.
How did Tell play? I know he's not actually a striker. He's a young winger that can play centre forward.
Apparently, no. Apparently, he's more of a striker than a winger.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, but he looks a bit raw. You can tell he's not comfortable having his back to goal. But the energy, the enthusiasm, the runs that he makes, I think that's the kind of player that we needed. We need someone with pace, which we've longed for. He's different to Solanke. Solanke is very, very good at holding up the ball and bringing others into play. I don't think Tell is quite at that level yet, but he's 19.
He's more of a on the shoulder kind of guy.
Yeah,
try and run in behind. So it's nice to have the variety. And the good thing I like about him is he gives 100% for the whole match. He leaves it all out there on the pitch from what I've seen, which is what you want to see from your players, especially the way we play. Like, because it's constant. because even I think who do we play last week? You saw at the end of the match last week. He looked like he was knackered walking off the pitch. So obviously, I know it's the Premier League and it's a change and coming from the Bundesliga, but
it was the Man United game, isn't it?
It's positive signs. So I'm happy with him as a signing. Let's just hope we can keep him personally.
So obviously, you've got Europa League that you're still in. Do you say forget Europa League and try and as hard as you can to get back up the table? Or
no, bro, we need to go and try and win that Europa League, man.
No,
Them man haven't got anything to play for in the league. Like the Prem, realistically, is about building for next season. But this Europa League, right now, the way the draw's been set out, if we don't put all of our eggs in that basket, I don't know what we're doing as a club, honestly. Like, seriously, it's the trophy's there for all of those teams to win. I'm not saying that Tottenham should be favourites over anyone else. If I was any team in that Europa League draw, I'd be like, we can do this. So everyone in that draw left should be going out there to win it, and we should be doing the same.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
At the end of the day, Andrew's got to back his talk as well. He said it's his second season. That's the only trophy he's got left to win. He's got to back that talk. So if he starts prioritizing the league over that'd be suicide for me personally. Like you've got to put all eggs in that basket. And good luck if you're gonna get to the final of the month. If we'll see you there.
Bro, hey, listen, we don't do
Stranger
too bad
things
in the
happen.
finals. Just let you know, when we get there, we're pretty decent, bro. Just letting you know.
Stranger things that happen, Daryl. That's why I'm not even.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, I don't want United to be there because
obviously,
we've beaten twice this season, and you know what happens usually in them scenarios.
Yeah.
You know,
3 times, no?
3 times actually. 3 times.
Oh, 3 times.
Yeah, bro.
Even worse. That's even worse. Jeez.
But when it comes to finals, yeah, we turn up all the way. So just letting you know, this is what we do.
Okay.
Well, it seems as you segued onto that already, we'll move on to Man United getting out of jail against a very spirited Everton who should have been out of sight.
Bro, we looked like we were stuck in toffee for the whole flipping first half. Gee, sorry about the pun. I could help it, but yeah, it was a difficult watch. First 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes, it was just like, what is going on here? 45 minutes, I could have seen like the manager had absolutely no kind of expression on his face in terms of if you could get anything more from the players on the pitch. What I will say is that, you know, the players have all got elements of quality individually, but they're not playing together. I don't know if they're not really kind of buying into his philosophy. I don't know if that's it, or they're just not in an air of confidence. Obviously, the confidence will be massive because of the amount of games that we've been losing and stuff like that. But yeah, man, it's just looking so disjointed out there. Everton were at it. Everton looked like they were at a cup final. Them and they were on it from minute one. Beto, Moyes, someone needs to test that guy's urine, yeah, Beto. Because since Moyes has been there, he's been on some different stuff. He's been moving like a proper number 9. Do you get what I'm saying? Fox on the
confidence,
box.
innit?
Do you know what? I think Moyes might, instead of being a manager, he might go to teams as a consultant. So, you know, let me talk to your striker. I can get him playing football again. Cause boy, I see this Beto at United earlier in the season. I'm thinking, who's this donkey? Then I see him now, and I'm like, whoa, he was on it, man, causing havoc.
He could have had more as well at that game, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he could have. Decore as well, you know what? I feel like he's underrated in the Everton squad.
No,
he
is.
This season, yeah, he's been something else. Like, honestly, like he's got an engine, box to box.
But you're saying that like Decore hasn't always been that guy though. Like he's always been that guy.
But in a struggling Everton side, you'd think that, you know, he would struggle to find a place, but he's still doing the same thing. Same thing.
Same thing as when he was at Watford and they were struggling. He did the same thing. He was turning up every match, doing his thing every single match. That's why he got the move. But yeah,
I think he's like, in terms of if he goes to another team above, I don't know if he's got enough quality to do that.
Yeah,
maybe a Villa. Maybe a Villa. Maybe that's his next. That kind of.
Maybe
Yeah.
But if he was going to go to Villa,
not Villa now.
No.
Okay,
they
yeah,
would
maybe not Villa now.
They would have taken him instead of taking Onana. Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking of Onana.
Oh my god, bro! When I tell you this, yeah, what keeper saves the ball and pushes it in the air up there in their box? Onana. He's the only guy that I know it, bruv. Again, the Beto goal he couldn't really do much about.
Bro, let's be honest though. Like, what's Maguire doing, bro?
Standing, he's looking at the stars.
It was a meme, bro.
I know, he's looking at the stars. That's what he was doing.
Because it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, your goalkeeper might deflect it there, bro. As a centre back, you gotta go and win that and clear that out, bro. I don't know what he was doing.
Listen.
So Onana made the save. He did his job. He made the save. Regardless where the ball went afterwards, that's the next job for the guys that are following up your centre backs. And I don't know what Maguire was doing.
Decore wanted it more, bruv. End of story. He wanted it more.
Bro, Decore started his run and his jump after
on the
Maguire,
edge of the 6 yard box. It's true.
And still got there before him.
Yeah.
To be honest, my problem with that goal was where was the midfielder tracking Decore? Because Decore started that move.
Yeah.
Decore passed it initially, and he followed his run. Where was the defender? Because someone should have been tracking him.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true, bruv. It's true. I mean, the frustrating thing for me is, Maguire under Amorim hasn't been too bad, but he still has these moments where he forgets where his toes are on his feet. So he just stands there and he feels like, okay, if I move like an 18-wheel lorry, I'm going to lick everything down. But he don't realize people can get round him. And that's what's happening. Do you get what I'm saying? So, honestly, when I saw him standing underneath the ball looking at it, you don't even want to know what I was shouting. There was a lot of abuse, bro, before Decore even got a chance to head of the ball. But I was on it. And I was I was happy for the break.
Do you know what?
I feel like if we had another... Go on, B.
Sorry. The thing is about the Onana goal is that he got the run on... He got the run on Maguire. And as James said, if a midfielder... Decore's goal. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
He got the run on Maguire. So where Maguire's standing, he's underneath it. He's not going to outjump him.
Bruv, but you can make yourself hard to beat. Bruv, you can make yourself hard to beat. Look at the size of the geezer's head, bruv. I don't want to head shame, and that's not my thing because we're a bit technical, but make something move.
Yeah, but if there's another if the midfielder tracks Decore as well, then that makes his job easier. I get it. Like he wanted it more. I think that's what it was for both of Everton's goals. They wanted it more than you did.
Yeah.
That tennis that was happening for that first goal was unacceptable.
They won every header almost.
Won every header. Yeah. I was going to ask. I said it before, and you disagreed with me. But don't you think it would be better for Bruno to be dropped back 10 yards instead of playing in the 10?
I'm not convinced, bro.
Bro, that's what changed
they
the game.
tried that earlier in the season.
Yeah, they did.
And he was trying riskier balls, and it wasn't paying off because.
But that's what changed the game, though. That's what changed the game yesterday, though. When he dropped deeper and he got on the ball. When he got on the ball.
No, it's not the only thing that changed the game. I agree with you. It had a part to play. I'm not going to have you here telling me that him going deeper, was the changing point in the Everton United game, bruv. I'm not having that. Yeah,
it wasn't just that. It wasn't just that. But that made a difference. And
Casemiro coming off
coming as well.
Casemiro coming off and Nacho coming on again. Yeah, pause. Sorry, I just was the difference maker and basically put a rocket behind on everyone's back and let them realize that, you know what, okay, cool, we've got a bit of pace in the squad. And now Bruno can start picking passes that will go to someone that can actually get on the end of it.
But when Casemiro came off and Nacho came on, where did Bruno go?
I'm saying at that point they both needed that change, but both changes needed to happen. Him just going further back here it weren't gonna work, bruv. It weren't gonna work. We needed Nacho on there because he's the only one that's gonna be prepared to go beyond the fullback, or cut inside and let shots away. Because it's no one really want to take other than Diallo. Yeah, obviously he's not He's not fit, but I'm just saying, other than Diallo and Garnacho, yeah, those two are the only risk takers in terms of taking shots when the shot's not on, yeah, or getting the ball across the box and going around the fullback. We've got no other risk takers, obviously, and Bruno. The rest of them, brother, just playing safe. Everything's safe. So, I'm happy to go to Goodison in our current form and in their current form and take a point away when we were 2-0 down. I'm more than happy with that, bro. If they had 10 more minutes left in that first half, it could have been anything. To be fair, even with the 45 minutes, it could have been anything if they could, if they could finish their chances. Go on, Jay.
Was it a penalty?
No.
Bro, it's a penalty. Bro.
Everyone, was it a penalty?
It's a penalty, man.
What are you saying, Daryl?
I'm saying it's a penalty because if you look at the camera angle from behind the goal, you can see there's a penalty. And
with the pull,
the pull on the shirt, like
I think the pull on the shirt's enough, personally. But go on.
I think the pull on the shirt's enough, but then because he makes so much of a meal of it,
it's Ashley Young, bro. Ashley Young, man. The thing is, I'm telling you, that shirt pull, it actually didn't prevent him from getting the ball. No way. No. It's just because Ashley Young. If you see the way Ashley Young just lets his legs fly in the air, bruv, it's unbelievable. But he's been doing this.
I will agree with you, Leon, because it's Ashley Young, and I will agree with you. And I don't actually think Ashley Young knows what he was trying to get the penalty for. I don't think he
just felt something and said, "I'm just gonna lift my legs up."
Whether it was the tackle, if it was like Maguire's arm, it was the shirt pull, and do you know what? Fair enough. For that, good. You didn't get the penalty. But if he had looked more realistic, because I said the same thing. Remember when I said about Gabriel, when Gabriel did the same thing? When you overemphasize it, VAR asked the referee then to go and look at it. The referee's then seen a slow motion now. Yeah, he's put exactly, and he's reversed it. But the truth of the matter is, the arm from Maguire, the shirt pull, both of those in those boxes. If he doesn't overemphasize it, that's a penalty.
See, my issue with it is I don't think any of those instances were enough for him to fall over, and that's my problem. These goals get given all the time. They get
that doesn't matter.
You're going to say it doesn't matter, but it should. For a foul to be made in the box, the contact has to be significant enough for you actually to fall over. For it to be a foul.
I'm pretty sure earlier in the game, the Corey got clipped, and then he crossed the ball into Beto, and
and he got a header.
And Maserati saved you lot's life. Yeah. If the Corey had gone down instead of carrying on and getting the crossing, that would have been a penalty.
But that's the point there. He didn't, because the contact wasn't enough for him to go down.
Yeah, but how many players go down though, James?
Yeah, but I said I agree.
You know what I mean?
See,
I hate it.
It comes down to honesty. And at the end of the day, Ashley Young wasn't honest, and that honesty in the end cost him
on the pitch
because the referee reversed it. Because like you said, he looked at it and thought, you're trying to pull a fast one.
Bro,
that wasn't enough.
My man's legs ended up in the air like he skipped leg day the whole entire time, bro. Like he's never done it in his life. Like his legs were all up by his shoulders, bro. I was like, what are you doing?
I think there've been other penalties that haven't been given this season that have been for fouls. That when players are getting their hand pulled in the box and stuff like that, and they're like, nah, we're not giving that. So I get it, like a shirt pull and stuff like that, but he didn't really have that much shirt. Yeah. It wasn't. I don't know if that's necessary.
I agree. I know you saw the shirt go like that a bit. It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough.
For me, when you saw it in real time, and the referee gave it, no one was questioning it.
No one questioned it.
As soon as VAR went into it, and then it got re-looked at, then it gets overturned. Now that's Ashley Young's fault.
DJ, you got a point there, yeah.
But the truth of the matter is, other than that, everyone said it's a penalty. So for me, it was a penalty. It's just that because we've got VAR now, and because you can then overanalyze it and it's slowed down and stuff like that, it looks like it weren't a penalty because actually.
So let me tell you something on that, yeah. DJ, the same thing what you're saying about VAR, right? So the same thing with Skelly. The referee makes an on-field decision, calls it a yellow, yeah? The same thing with... Oh, who is it? Was it Wolves game or Crystal Palace game?
Wolves.
Was it the Wolves game? Yeah.
Yeah.
And now this. So what's happening is, the referee's reffing the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And something happened, and then VAR intervened. Now, for me, that's intimidating. If I'm the ref in the middle of the pitch,
Bro, what's that? When VAR intervened, what's that saying to you? We're questioning.
It means that you need to change your decision. You need to change your decision. That's what that tells me. Yeah, whether or not you're going to say.
As much as you say, like, we might not think you might got it right. But at the end of the day, if they questioned you, they questioned you. So you're going to question yourself at that point as well.
Right. And also, they need to show some kind of unity. So for me, I honestly believe VAR is a farce. Honestly, I believe it's a farce. Because when they're going to tell the referee to go to the big screen and have a look after they've made a decision, they're basically saying indirectly, you've made a mistake. Correct? You've got your opportunity now to correct it.
Yes and no, but they're also
how many times have you seen them change them, how many times have you seen them change their mind after going to the screen?
But a lot of the time it's the right decision. Sometimes it's a case of, you know what? We've seen an angle you have not seen. We've got an angle that you have not seen. Have a look, because if you look at it from this angle, you might think differently, and that's fair.
In that sense, James, why are they not saying it's not a penalty? Why they?
Because they can't. Because they can't always. They can't always. Why because sometimes they want to leave it. Because sometimes the referee, everyone feels better when the referee has looked at himself and actually given a decision. The amount of time you listen to on the radio or the podcast after say, I'd rather the referee make the decision. Like, tell him to go over there, let him look at it, and if he says, okay, cool, that's the decision, I'm sticking with it, or I'm changing it, I'm happy with that. Rather than someone 25 miles away saying, no, it's not a penalty, move on. You won't want that. You want a referee to look at it again and make the decision for himself.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, I would agree with that if they ever stuck to their guns and said, you know what, actually, I've.
No, but they do sometimes though.
I've only seen it one time.
I've seen it more than once.
I'm saying whenever they go to look at the screen, I'm convinced they're going to change their mind.
Yeah, what do you mean? Most of the time that's the case. Most of the time that's the case.
Bevan, generally, I didn't think that was going to get overturned in the Everton game because of the angles that we saw and the shirt pull. I didn't think.
But they only showed one angle. They only showed one angle. They showed him one,
and it was
the other angle. Strange. They showed the second angle literally as he was making the decision to say no pen. It was weird.
Yeah. They showed it. They showed it from the Maguire angle to the Maguire side. They didn't even show the lip pulling his shirt
behind the goal.
They didn't show it. So it's pointless. It's pointless.
Yeah.
Question on the mind.
What I want to hear though. I want to hear. Why can't we hear the whole conversation at the time?
It's only
that's what I want to hear. Like, at the time, I want to hear. I was like, we believe this, and then we could maybe feel away for VAR to say, okay, that's what they're thinking. That's okay. I see where they're coming from.
That's what Mike talks for, though, innit? That's why they want to have the second show later in the week with what's his name to have his limelight, innit?
Yeah.
No.
So you can chat foolishness. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear Howard Red.
I want to hear at the time.
Red talk
Howard
about.
Red.
I don't want to hear him talk about it. So you're gonna.
What was you saying, Bev?
PR. I was gonna say, have you got enough points now to sacrifice the league and just go for Europa?
Bruv, we've been sacrificing the league. What are you dealing with? What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
No, I'm just saying.
We've been sacrificing the league for a while, bro.
I know, but now
where you been?
No, I'm just saying now you can openly do it. Could you be trying to win?
What you're saying that point was good for them against Everton.
Listen, I've got some family friends, and relatives that are Spurs fans, right? And I know that when I went up to Carrington the other week, I said to the boys, listen, just go and give them some points when we go to 3-point lane. Give them the points. Let's focus on Europa. So, some things have to ring through at some point. They heard what I said about Europa. We won a cup this season. We don't business about nobody. So whatever happens at the end of the season, you can clip this up. We're getting a cup. I don't know what size it's going to be yet, but we're going to get a cup.
So you got 12 games left. There's no way you're dropping 13 points for Ipswich to overtake you.
Listen, we need 6.
And Leicester.
We need 5 more points to be safe. For real.
You got 5 games to get 5 more points. You'll be all right.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, let's round it up there. Let's round it up.
Yeah, point a game. Yeah, that's his average.
Point a game, bro.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll move on to predictions for the midweek games that are coming up quicker. Oh, all right, faster. You guys are going. You guys are going, aren't you? So we have Lamont up first as usual.
We got Ipswich.
You got Ipswich. Can the Tractor Boys bounce back?
6 point up.
Nah, we're gonna deal with them properly, like we should have last time we played them. To be fair,
Did you lose last time?
No.
They
But
drew.
Oh, they drew.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But I think we're gonna do like a young 3-1. I feel like I should say 0, man. But the lap's a little bit he's unorthodox, so I'm gonna say a 3-1.
Okay, Lamont 3-1.
I'm gonna stay here to the end of the show as well. I'm not turning off my. Yeah, I'm good.
No crying this week. Get this guy.
They didn't lose, man. That's fine.
Bevan.
I don't know, man. I can't.
Away to Nottingham Forest. Wait, if you can score 4 goals in 11 minutes like Newcastle, it could be even a shout.
Bro, they ain't got the strikers that Newcastle got, bro.
Can we borrow?
What are we doing there?
Can we borrow it from Newcastle for a game? Oh, mate. I can.
Put his release fee in £1 in, bro. You might be able to get it.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Nottingham Forest, after they got slapped against Newcastle last game, if I remember rightly, didn't they go to Bournemouth and give them a hiding?
Brighton. They got smashed up by Bournemouth.
They got smashed.
And then battered Brighton 7, I think.
There we go. So you lot need to be careful, bro.
Nah, I don't think that will happen.
It's 4-3, remember, at the end.
Yeah, it's 4-3. 1-0.
It's Forest, yeah. Say Forest. Say Forest.
For that reason, I'm gonna say 1-0 Arsenal. Just
go on, that man. Go on,
Arsenal. I can't do it. I ain't doing it.
That's what I wanted you to say. Because it'd be sweeter when you lose.
Yeah, I don't care. 1-0 Arsenal. Nah.
Okay. Leon. Man City. I'm not going to tempt fate, but it's usually a good game for you guys.
Nah, we've already beaten them this season, so I'm going to go over a draw this time. Going to go 2-2.
Ah, Leon! I should have gone first.
Do it, Daryl, man. Do it.
Now he says that.
Do it, Daryl. Do it.
Nah,
you can have the same score.
Nah, but that's boring, man, if I don't get the same score. 3-2 Spurs.
Yeesh.
That's so bad. Okay.
That's fair, though. Out of strike forces, Haaland's injured, right?
Is he?
Yeah.
He didn't play today.
He didn't play today, bro.
And he was injured and the game before.
Yeah, bruv. Against Real Madrid and against Liverpool. He's on the bench, mate. Not even on the bench. He's in the stands.
It was in the stands for us, boy.
My son said to me, he goes, so Man City are playing the reserve players against Real Madrid.
Oh, wow.
Just because Haaland was missing.
and then today he goes, oh, is Man City still not got their best players against Liverpool? I was like, nope.
Boy.
Not they would have made a difference.
I think I'm going to go for my favourite scoreline once again.
2-2 or some rubbish.
2-1. 2-1 Liverpool.
You guys got?
Newcastle.
Listen, as long as Isak's on the pitch.
I can't see them beating you, man.
No, I don't think we'll lose at Anfield, but as long as Isak's on the pitch, bro, they can score.
Defensively, they're not sound. Defensively, if you can get at them, to be honest. So
Newcastle on their day can beat anyone, though, bro. That's who they are. Depends if they turn up or not.
Hey, just remember what happened last time Isak met the best centre back in the world. Yeah, just remember.
We drew 3-3.
Wadam. That's
We
what
drew
I'm
3-3.
saying.
We drew 3-3.
Wadum. Hey,
Thanks to Killaha.
the net was bulging, my guy.
That was a good run. Listen, like I said last week, every striker can score against every defender.
Yeah.
No one is immune from conceding.
Did you see
Lamont
was impressed by your witchcraft?
Bro, hey, the fans need to know, yeah.
Leon,
witchcraft.
Leon, were you not there? Leon, were we not edited together?
I was involved in the witchcraft, bro.
Do you know what? Do you know what?
I didn't know I'm biased. So I called Leon. I said, Leon, I don't want bias. So you need to edit this with me.
So check this, yeah? Just so the viewers know, we obviously done our pod last week like we usually do, and we were talking. Them and they clipped up a little bit that we were talking about. What's his name? Van whatever his name is. Anyway, Van Meedy, and if you can get around the rest of the strikers of all time, Drogba's and the rest of it. So James decided to clip it up and put it out. But there was a big distortion into what happened, yeah, and how the edit got out there to the world and got delivered. I wasn't happy about that. I'm not going to lie. I saw it. I was like, I'm going to repost this, but you're a witch.
What's wrong with it?
Once this ain't gonna make it to the edit. This is gonna get lost on the cutting room floor.
Yeah, I take it past an hour.
He's already ended the show. He's already ended the show.
When we got to 1 hour 1 minute, we stopped recording.
Hey, I'm here.
But anyway,
that's why the boys got off earlier last week, innit?
Exactly. I did warn you, but you weren't there. I told everybody that this is getting edited, but someone ran off. But yeah, without any further ado, thank you for watching, guys. This has been Armchair Pundits. This has been the show before Liverpool hopefully win the title officially or unofficially, but officially. But yeah, what's wrong, Daryl?
What do you mean the show before? Like, you can't win the title next week, bro.
I said unofficially. Obviously, that's the whole point of being unofficial.
This guy. You see, the true James is gonna start coming out. Watch now, boy.
There's only one James Akinde. That's the one these guys see all the time. Thank you very much.
They don't see it, bro.
Thank you very much. Where's the beep bar? It's too many people to mute. Anyway, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, and hit that notification button. Have a good week. Peace out.
Later.
Peace out.